Let's bring in agmarket.net's Brian Splitt. Brian, as we look at these commodity markets pretty much across the board getting hit here on Tuesday.
Clinton, they are. This is a little bit of a repeat of Friday's sell-off that we had coming out of the Thanksgiving holiday, but really for the same reason. And a lot of the talk right now is because of this new variant of COVID. I'm concerned that it's really not the variant itself that we're reacting to. It is the government mandated demand destruction, frankly, is what the market's reacting to. So when you hear the virologists in South Africa who've been dealing with Ebola and AIDS, and they're the ones that sequenced this virus initially, they're telling us that the symptoms are very mild, yet it's more transmissible. And that is what you want to hear when you're talking about a mutating virus. That's what should happen. But yet the reaction from world governments is that this is the worst thing to possibly happen. It may not work. Our vaccines may not work. The Moderna CEO came out and said that he's concerned that the vaccines won't work for this variant. And so it's the government reaction globally that is causing this sell-off. So when you have a country like Japan that says, hey, we're not going to allow any foreigners into the country, when you have other countries not allowing flights in from certain other countries, those are less flights. If you're in a lockdown, that is less driving. So we're going to see less industrial, less commercial, less retail demand and energy. And this is going to be something that will affect the price of corn. It'll affect the price of soybeans through ethanol, through oil consumption. Soybean oil is very closely tied to crude oil. And so I think the end of the month is also exacerbating all of the selling.
As we start to look at this in the big picture, this is one of the things that we've been dealing with is so much uncertainty. And it's as you start to kind of build an outlook for 2022, how far can we even look out given things like this as they continue to pop up from time to time?
Clinton, this is tough because it's headline to headline. And so the headlines right now, the way everything is being portrayed as very negative. We could trade that through the rest of the week and then come out next week and then all of a sudden, hey guys, we're seeing more cases elsewhere in the world, but the symptoms are mild and we feel that vaccines are doing the job and it'll make it look like everything is overblown. However, if the world governments continue to point in the direction they're pointing right now, we already saw that movie, Clinton. We saw it in early 2020 and we had negative crude oil values. And I'm not saying crude oil is going to go negative, but again, there's really no escaping the demand destruction that's being mandated by the government right now unless they take their foot off the pedal. And so we need to see the world governments really kind of soften their stance before I think it's going to be comfortable to come in and buy commodities again.
Brian Splitt, agmarket.net, thank you so much for joining us.